I'll talk to Jasmine first.
Yasmin.
Oh, sorry.
No, not again. Like, I know Yasmin is gonna be haunted whenever anybody calls her the wrong name. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island UK, season 13, episode 33. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Oh my gosh, okay. Well, that is an accurate depiction of how this episode left me. Drained. Oh my gosh, I am drained. The drama, the back and forth, the misunderstanding, the annoyance of Lola. Lola is so annoying. Oh my God. That could just be me. You ain't got to agree. But Lola pissed me off today. Let's get into the episode. So we are in the morning now. It's the day after Casa Amor. The OG girls are still irritated with the men's behavior, rightfully so. Kevin makes Jasmine a coffee. And he didn't make one for Charlene. She's not going to point that out, I think. But yeah, he only made one for Jasmine, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, Simba wants to speak to Angelisa in the bathroom. She completely aired him. I loved it. She didn't even look his direction. She didn't say any words. And he was like yelling into something. He's like, ah, yeah, you reap what you sow, okay? He also wanted to make her some peppermint tea, but instead of handing it to her, he gives it to Finley. And Finley's like, here's the tea from a good place. Yo, sorry. That was so funny to me. Yasmin stands by her decision to be off of Lorenzo. He's still annoyed that she's just so done with him. I don't understand why. You said if this was the outside, you would have been done with her a long time. She beat you to the punch. We have Kevin, who still says that he has no regrets, but that kissing was a bit overboard. Jasmine says she handled herself with the utmost grace at the recoupling. Guys, I'm so sorry. This campaign to be the Casa victim, I'm just not buying it. I'm simply not buying it, especially because Angelisa is also a victim. Angelisa is also irritated, but she's not bringing it up as much as Jasmine is. And it's like, Jasmine, okay, we get it. You want people to feel bad for you. Like, what more do you want? If you knew all along that he was going to come back with somebody, then you should have stuck with Jordan. Get your best of both worlds. And she got it anyways. Ugh, hate that for me. Simba says he regrets hurting Angelisa the way that he did. And Mara says that she's irritated by him saying that he would leave with her, which, duh, everybody was like, what? Like, Simba is going to go down in history for, like, the worst reasons ever. He doesn't even fit into the childish category of the guys who are in the childish brigade. He doesn't fit the, like, toxic. He can fit both, don't get me wrong. He can, but he's like in a league of his own. Like, he's created his own, like, goofy. Simba is goofy as hell. Like, how you manage to fumble everybody is beyond. Fumbled Mika, fumbled Mara, fumbled Angelista. Like, a legendary run of fumbledon. Like, Ciao. Anyways, all the girls decide to have a conversation to clear the air, and most of the women are saying, listen, new girls, it ain't got nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with those men. Everybody but Lola.
If I knew someone was closed off and I've been told they're closed off, I personally wouldn't.
Explain what happened.
I am so happy with Sean. I think Sean loves me. I trust Sean completely. I don't think he's looking for a test because he doesn't love me. He's never showed me once that he's not in love with me. He always comes at me with 100%. He does trust me 100%. That's nothing to do with my character. I'm so trustworthy. I know that's your job to flirt with people. Personally, I just wouldn't do it to someone who said they're closed off.
I wrote down, Lola's voice is so jarring. That's my only takeaway here. Anytime Lola speaks, it feels like nails on a chalkboard. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, she's incredibly irritating. She's one of those girlfriends where you don't even want to invite her around, especially when she's dating somebody, because it's so like, my man would never, my man is perfect, we're so perfect, and everybody's jealous, Anyways, let me see what I actually wrote. Lola is irritated by Yulia doing her job. And I don't understand why she has so much smoke for Yulia. Yulia's like, I was a bombshell. And she's like, yeah, but if I was a bombshell, I wouldn't do that. And she said, well, that's why you weren't a bombshell. cleared. Cleared. Correct. And Yulia's like I said, if y'all are in love, why would your man need a test? No, but that's not the point. If there's a guy in a relationship, you're not supposed to do that. Not supposed to do what? Is that your boyfriend? No. Did he go to Casa? Yes. Did he say he wanted a test? Yes. Did he go all out in that challenge? Yes. I have the right to do what I want to do. Your man is also not adamantly shutting that stuff down either. So please. Anyways, shout out to Yulia for being able to, stand on business. She is going to cry later on in the episode, and I do feel for her, especially because the person who was supposed to have her back didn't. So that has to be heartbreaking. But shoot, I'm Team Yulia. There were a few comments that she said in the previous episode where I was like, But this episode, it has solidified for me that I'm Team Yulia. Then the main girls ask the Casa girls how they're feeling in their connections. Yulia says she's happy with Lorenzo. Charlene says that Coven was honest about still wanting to pursue both Jasmine and herself, and she's okay with that. Jasmine later says that she had taken the day to reflect on their break and then decided, yeah, I want to be with Coven. But Coven had left for Casa, having promised her that he doesn't want to lose her. And so that's what made her believe that he would take Casa as a moment to prove himself to her. That must have been left on the cutting room floor because we were not left with that impression. All the girls leave besides Mara and Angelista, who obviously want to talk about what the hell is going on with Simba.
Just all over the place.
He's brought you up a few times. He did think about you. But then it was weird because then it would end with a flirty thing and another kiss.
Was she chatting about me, though?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So after the episode, I was talking with a cousin of mine, well, actually a few cousins of mine, in a group chat, and she brought the idea that maybe this was a producer-led thing, and honestly, a part of me believes that. The only part where he loses me is he's like, yeah, I brought her back, for the betterment of me, for the betterment of us. Stop, literally stop. But we do know that producers do nudge people. Producers do force people's hands sometimes. Producers obviously have a story to tell. And Mara is some influencer over there in the UK. So for the UK people, especially the Black UK people, they probably know her, and there might be an incentive. I don't know, conspiracy. There might be an incentive to keep her around. Anyways, Angelisa and Mara are talking, and Mara's like, he did bring you up quite a bit. I'm not going to say that he didn't, but he did also say that his head was spun, and then he would set a boundary, but then end with kissing me. So I too was confused on where he was really at. Angelisa's like, well, if he was bringing me up so much, or if he was acting like he's so tormented, what's the point of bringing you back? Mara's like, I don't even understand. If he was so into you, why was he acting like he was so into me? They don't understand. Here goes Simba talking to Jordan. And he's like, was Angelisa talking about me? I hate that he has the power he has over Angelisa. But it is so stupid for him to ask if Angelisa was thinking about him. Of course she was. If there was any bet on anybody to be loyal to anyone besides Lola, it would have been Angelisa being loyal to Simba. Hate that for my good sis, but come on. You knew the girl was sick over you. You don't have to ask. You knew. In the evening, as everybody's getting ready, Coven says he really messed up with Jasmine. Samraj says that she's the worst person to be in the doghouse with because her cold shoulder is freezing. Absolutely true. Then we have Mika, who says that she's tired of going in circles with Samraj. We didn't get to see the circles that they were going in. They had a little altercation like the morning after Casa, but I don't know. I don't know. It didn't seem like they were like going back and forth throughout the day. So she then has to talk with Martha, who's like, well, if it were up to me, I do think there would have been more opportunity to have a connection, but I'm the one who shut things down. Mika's like, yeah, he did say that he was the one who initiated, but he didn't really say that he was interested in something further with you. So that is some new information that I was not privy to. Now, I personally don't know if Samraj really was into Martha or if he was leaning into this whole lads holiday thing. So I think that one could be up to interpretation, but he was moving mad. Whether he really wanted Martha or not, he was moving mad with Martha. He wanted to be coupled up with Mara, but Mara was into Simba. And then I think he was also into Nevaeh, but Nevaeh too was into Simba. So, the chips fell where they fell. Then here goes Mika. Mika's like, yeah, I was really irritated because I was really respectful here. Like, Jordan is exactly my type, but I didn't go there. Oh. So now we know why. Mika had so much energy backing up Jasmine with this whole ploy to get Jordan back because she wanted him too. She was also scheming. So this would have been mutually beneficial for the three of them. For the two of them, because this is not a benefit for Priya. Priya's getting played in broad daylight. Oh, this girl. Thank God movie night is coming because these girls need to be exposed. Jasmine and Common have a conversation. Honestly, I do not care. She's like, why are you putting me back in a triangle? You don't have to be there. You don't have to be there. He's like, you know what? I do feel bad. I really do have stronger feelings for you. I'm not even going to sleep in that bed with Charlene no more. Okay, fine. Then we have Simba and Angelista. They're on the terrace. And this stupid little boy, he's like, Angelista, you see, the problem is that I just don't think things through. Is that supposed to be reassuring?
Oh, yeah?
Good.
It's not good, though.
I don't know if I can keep doing this.
I didn't think it through, bro. I don't think a lot of things through.
What is your perfect world?
Just you. I'm at the closest point that I have been in a long time to actually say, you know what, I want to make this girl my girlfriend. But I know there's things that I have to work on. I don't want to make you upset, Angie.
Well, you've done it. You've done it twice.
I would love Simba to explain to me how this is a good foundation for a relationship with Angelista. Him saying that he doesn't think things through is honest because he doesn't. I think he apologized for not having emotional intelligence. Either he said it to her or he said it to Mara, but either way he said it. And I'm like, yeah, that could be you being naive or whatever, but you're proving to Angelisa that you're not somebody she can trust. You're not somebody who has good intentions, because somebody who she can trust is going to think, okay, how is this going to affect my partner? It's going to affect her adversely. Let me not do the thing. You knew it was going to affect her in a bad way, and you still did the thing. I actually think he really likes Angelista. He probably wanted to experience similar to Sean. Yeah, people overlook it, but people in the villa overlook it. But similar to Sean, I think Simba just wants to have the Love Island experience, but he really does like Angelista. And unfortunately, him doing this exploration for the sake of being on the show is hurting a girl that he actually could have a long-standing relationship with. So you got to decide what you want to do. Do you want this girl? Then you're going to have to do right by her. Do you want the experience? Then you're going to lose the girl. Simply put. So he's like, I was damned if I did and damned if I didn't. Bringing back Mara is what, damned your experience. He says the reason why I brought her back was because I already was moving mad in Casa. I might as well stand on my decision. Guys, I'm sorry. That too sounded like a producer-fed line. Like, well, you were already doing this. You're going to be exposed later anyways. You might as well show the evidence of what you were doing in Casa. I don't know. Guys, am I tripping? Anyways, she says, yeah, you would have been in trouble regardless, but at least you would have been standing there alone like me. But bringing her back was never going to, sit well with me. And then he's like, I brought her back so that I could get some clarity on my connection with you. Please stop talking. Stop saying that. Like, stop it. Stop. I'm so tired of people saying you have to explore to know if your connection with this person is real. The phrase, when you know, is not a lie. It is not a lie. Personal business. Y'all know I like to put my personal business out there. I was talking to how many people? 2, 3, 4. One of them has been in and out of my life for like 3 years before I met my husband. As soon as I met my husband, every single person got a text saying, hey, I'm out. We good. We good. Once I knew I wanted to be with Richmond, nobody else mattered. There wasn't well, let me still dabble over here to see if my true feeling, it does not, it's irrelevant. It's a waste of time. And here is Simba wasting people's time. Moving on, Charlene has a chat with Kavin. She's confused why she was brought back. And he's like, yeah, honestly, sorry, but I'm going to focus on Jasmine. She's irritated, but yeah. Listen, Kavin, I wanted to root for you, but you can't stand on business. And for that, Lorenzo has a chat with Yulia. I hated this conversation because he's telling her, listen, if you're going to be with me, you have to get along with my friends. So you can't be saying stuff to piss off my friends. And she's like, first of all, I was trying to fix the relationship with Lola. She was coming at me for something that she should be coming at Sean for. Like, what are you on about? And he's like, no, but like, you can't be saying things that are spiteful and things that are, I did not like that at all. So she cries about it. All the blondes, including Mara, because, you know, she blonde too, okay? All the blondes are comforting her, saying, you know what, girl, we understand. Like, you were just doing what you were literally brought on the show to do. It's unfortunate that Lorenzo didn't have your back, Ray J, whatever. So after that, Lorenzo is going to Sean and Lola, trying to explain away Yulia's behavior. And Lola's like, I don't want to hear it. Honestly, I don't care. We already tried to hash it out. We're not going to get to a conclusion. Leave it alone. Then Yulia comes over and Lola's like, I don't want to talk. And then Lorenzo's like, yeah, she doesn't want to talk right now. Are you with me or are you with them? Because you're going to have to pick a side here. And him not picking a side, I think, is the reason why Yulia got so activated.
He should receive that, not
Yeah,
me.
no, I'm disagreeing with that.
You not understand that, like, you're trying to portray me in a way. I didn't do anything wrong. If anyone's done everything wrong, it's him.
What
You can't even
actions?
tell me what he's done.
He was being friendly. He wasn't being flirty.
You're the one over there being like, does he even love you? Do you need to trust him?
If he loves you, why does he need the test?
Exactly,
Can you
what a
explain
weird
that
thing
to
to
me?
bring.
Can I not ask a question?
Again, I wrote, all I can say is, I can't stand Lola. I can't stand a girl who's such a bird. Like, what do you mean? She's like, if my morals tell me that I wouldn't go for a guy who's in a relationship. He's not your boyfriend. And again, I do not remember Yulia pushing boundaries with Sean, sticking it on him when he very clearly did not want that. We saw that with the dark-haired girl and Finley. She went in for a kiss that he did not want, and he even pulled back from that. This man is acting like he was in the same position as Finley. That was not the case. The girl simply said, what is the point of wanting a test if you are in love with somebody? That doesn't make sense. Okay, since you keep putting words in my mouth, you answer the question. If he's in love with you, why would he want a test? Does Lola have an answer? No. And that's all that Yulia is trying to say. That's it. If your man truly loves you, why is he asking for a test? Oh, Fitzy wasn't flirting. He was just being really friendly. Let my man be friendly like that. Ooh, even the hypothetical is pissing me off. Let me move on. So here goes Lorenzo trying to apologize on Yulia's behalf. But I don't know why, because what Yulia said, she's not apologizing for. So don't. She's sad that, you know, she can't get along with his friends, but she's not apologizing for the things that she said. Anyways, so he's apologizing on her behalf. And then simultaneously, he's trying to throw shade at Yasmin.
I've tried.
That's at least what it is.
And that's what it is.
I feel like shit for you.
No, it's not your problem. I said to her multiple times that I want to be respectful, which I don't know if that was ever mentioned from your mouth, but anyway.
Wait, what is this a dig? I'm confused.
It's a
always
dig,
say you
But anyway,
Okay, I can't believe it.
she's walked away because I know that she feels that it's true. I haven't got an issue. I just don't like the way that it feels.
Lorenzo, are you okay? Are you okay? This man's gonna say, well, it's not even that she was like being disrespectful, but I just didn't like how that made me feel. Who gives a shit how you feel? Honestly, who cares how you feel? Because when you were in your flirt mess with Jasmine, did you care how Yasmin felt? No. When you were saying very like, I don't really care about this relationship things to Yasmin, did you care how she felt? No. You literally told this girl, I'm managing you because I have nowhere to go. If we were on the outside, I would have been gone long time ago. You didn't care how she felt. And now she has to care how you feel because she moved on to somebody. It's not even she moved on out of spite. She moved on to a person who actually was giving her the things that she was looking for. She cried for like all morning, like a week ago or something. And Lorenzo never checked in on her. She wanted somebody who would have compassion for her, consideration for her, that physical affection that she was looking for, that spark that Lorenzo just did not have, that passion for her that Lorenzo just did not have. And he's mad because she's not sick over him. Please. I'm so glad she got up and walked away and did not give that man a reaction because that's exactly what he wanted. Then Lorenzo's going to talk to her again. And he says, you know, you've just been hostile towards me. Hostile. When the people came back from Casa Amor, she immediately greeted the girls. She had a conversation with Lorenzo saying, I can't even be mad at you because I explored as well. You do you, I'll do me. Moments before this conversation that I'm talking about right now, they were sitting together in peace. And he called her disrespectful, but she's being hostile. Okay. Mara Mara sits Simba down like Big Mummy, and she gives him a lecture to get to the bottom of why he did what he did.
What did you do this morning?
Made Angie, what, a cup of tea?
Who are you recoupled with?
You?
Yeah, I love that you can admit that. Today has irritated my whole existence. I don't know why you brought me over. Energy was shifted. You're a joke, babe. You need to sort your shit out.
Allegedly, this man flinched when Mara's toe touched him in the bed. Oh, thanks. Guys, I'm honestly thinking this is a conspiracy. It has to be. It has, like, what? I don't know. I'm so confused. So anyways, she's basically trying to get him to explain what the rationale was for picking her, and he can't come up with a clear answer because nobody knows, including Simba. Nobody knows what's going on. He's like, I'll be honest, I don't think our connection surpasses what I have with Angelisa. And she's like, so you just wasted my time. Yes, he wasted all of our time. And let's be honest, on the outside, if Simba and Mara were to leave the show together, how long do y'all think that she would have stayed with him? Not long at all. So is it really a fumble? I don't know. I think she was going to leave his ass regardless. I don't want it to seem like Angelisa is not like that girl. I definitely don't want to make it seem that way. I do think that Simba and Angelisa are like they just make more sense. They do. I think that he and Mara had a banter that also made sense. Like, they were well suited compared to especially Nevaeh and everybody else who was in Casa Amor, definitely. But when I look at longevity, when I look at something that could actually last, I do think him and Angelisa made more sense. We don't get to see those bantery moments. Unfortunately, we did see that with Mara. I personally saw that with Mara. So I can see why the decision was made. But if we're talking serious now, if we're talking about who could I actually, have a long-term relationship with, it's Angelisa. Mika and Samraj, they speak on the terrace. She says that he needs to stop being laddie. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to prove to you that I'm not like those other guys. You're right. You could be worse. Then we have Martha, who tells Aiden that he hasn't been putting in the effort. She's like, this morning you didn't even make me coffee. And he's like, that's such a non-issue. She also brings up the fact that he didn't check on her most of the day and even after the recoupling. And he's just like, again, non-issue. She's going to say to him, I'm trying to have a serious conversation. He says, yeah, but I don't like serious conversations. What the hell? Get him out. Get him off my island now. What is wrong with Aiden? Man, anyways, Jordan tells Priya that he's happy to be coupled up with her. They're glad that they're not in the drama. He's happy that she's just so easy to talk to and they just get along so well, please. And Priya is just eating it up. Oh my gosh. I hate this for her. I also do need Priya to be able to read the room though. Because the man, remember how I was upset at Chidi? This is how Jordan talks to her. Yeah, we have good chemistry and, we're not even in the drama and, does not care at all. So nonchalant regarding Priya, and Priya is not picking up what he's putting down, Chia. Anyways, somebody else who cannot read the room is Lorenzo. He's going to talk to Yulia. This man is going to say, I don't know you. I have been friends with Lola and Fitzy for 4 weeks. I don't know you. You don't know me. Then she's like, okay, well, fine. As for you and I, why are you upset about the Yasmin situation when you said you found what you wanted in Casa? He said, I never said that. I never said I found what I wanted in Casa. She then asks if he would pursue Yasmin, and he's like, no, she's not down. So the same thing he was doing to Yasmin, he's now doing to Yulia. Like, oh no, I don't want to pursue Jasmine. She's not interested. Oh, I don't want to pursue Yasmin. She's not interested. You're sick. He also was telling Yulia not to speak spitefully towards his friends. Where was she She truly was like, Lola, tell me where I went wrong because I'm confused. Please tell me. These are the things that I said. Can you answer that? That's not being spiteful. That's trying to hold this girl accountable because she's crashing out for nothing. Moving on. Before bed, Aiden says he's confused why Martha is annoyed that he didn't get her coffee. Don't you get coffee for the girls that you like in the villa? If you really liked Martha, you would have made an effort. Aiden is so... Oh, God. These people piss me off. Simba and Calvin decided to sleep outside. Not gonna lie, guys. The toxic side of me was like, Angelisa, run out there like India ran to Dammy. That's toxic? Oh. Hey, I think they're actually gonna sort it out. And I'm only rooting for it because I'm really buying into the whole conspiracy of it all. I am. Doesn't nullify what he did in Casa. He was kissing that girl outside of a channel. 100%. He was. But I don't know. I do feel like when he had that, you know, conflict in his own brain, that it did kind of snap him back into reality. And he's like, oh, shit. Like, I shouldn't have done that. But it's like the damage was done at that point. Anyways, we'll see what happens. Sunday is movie night. If, I wrote them down, if Jasmine, Samrush, Mika, Jordan, and Lorenzo are not exposed, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be so pissed off. Jasmine is so excited. Yeah, we finally get to see what happened in Casa. Yeah, we do. And then some. I'm ready. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.